Welcome. Hi, my name is Alice.
And my name is Hassini.
And my name is Marcella.
Recently, we learned some interesting facts about identity.
Identities are important, but what are they? What do you think identities are, Alice?
I think identities are what you are and what defines you.
Some of my identities are I am Indian and I am a girl. Those are two important identities that are important to me. What about you, Marcelo?
Well, some of my identities that are important to me, I'm male, and then I'm also Native American.
Two of my most important identities are Chinese and agnostic. So, Hassini, what do you think about gender?
Well, genders are who you are, what you do, and how you do the things you do. One part of gender is your gender identity. Your gender identity is how you in your head think about yourself. It's the chemistry that composes you and how you think of yourself. You can be woman or man, and if you're in the middle, and you can be called genderqueer.
Biological sex is what you were born with, so either female or male, or intersex, which is in between.
Gender expression is how you express yourself on the outside. You can either be feminine or masculine or in the middle.
So, many people don't know what their socioeconomic status is. It is important to learn what your socioeconomic status is and how it affects you and your daily life.
Before learning about socioeconomics, I thought that my family is middle income. But after learning about it, I learned that my family is actually high income. And there's a lot of people who have a really low income.
Some of them were $12 a month, which was one of the lowest people.
Another important identity is your race and ethnicity. Your race and ethnicity is where you're from, where your heritage is from. Can you explain more about your race and ethnicity, Alice?
So, I'm Chinese, and, well, I'm Asian. And there's a lot of Asians in the world, and we're considered smart. But some Asians aren't really smart. It's just that we're mostly educated, but not that well educated.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it important to understand other people's identities? I think it is because it educates you, and if you don't know about other cultures, you might make false guesses, and that might offend somebody.
Yes.
And another thing we learned in class was about your how it's important to know a lot more about the world, different races, ethnicities, and different cultures about people, because it is important not to have a single story or a single perspective on one's person. And yeah.
So speaking of the danger of a single story, we looked at a speech in class, and it's about an African woman who came to America for college. And when she first came here, her roommate thought that she could do some kind of like African traditional music, but her roommate was really upset after she did some kind of thing that wasn't really African according to America.
Yeah, it was Katy Perry.
She was listening to Katy Perry music when her roommate said play some of your music, and the lady played Katy Perry music.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
But like we said, it's important not to have a single story, because that can lead to many prejudices and different opinions that might not be true.
All right, on to our next question. Why do you think it's hard for people to talk about groups to which we belong? To race, ethnicity, gender, socioeconomics, religion, orientation?
Well, I'm not really sure about that, but for me it's not really hard because I'm a kind of like ongoing person, but what if others aren't like that? And, well, being from a special race might be hard for some people. And if there's a lot of gender stereotype, or no, not just gender, like just culture stereotype, and they're part of it, they might not want to be stereotyped, so they prefer not to talk about it.
Another thing that might affect why people might not want to talk about different groups and identities they belong to is because of discrimination, because there might be people with a certain implicit bias or a discrimination against a certain group of people. It may also be hard because people have never really talked or been educated about these groups and identities, which is why it is important, once again, to learn more about different cultures, races, ethnicities, and other groups and identities people believe.
All right, what role does empathy play in discussion or identities? Well, maybe if there's bullying or something, like a friend could have empathy and help that person who's being bullied?
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Alice?
So, again, when I was back in China, there wasn't a lot of bullying. Well, I think there was, but just people didn't care about it that much. But if I was bullied, I'd get really sad. And, well, if someone else is bullied, I might stand up and help them, which will definitely make them feel better and they can have more friends. That's just school. But if adults are at work and see people being mistreated because of their identity, I'm not sure if they will like just stand up for them or think before they stand up for them, because thinking, well, that's also really important. I'm not sure what they will actually do.
Empathy is being able to feel with someone and understand their feeling and have felt their feeling, what they're feeling before, and be able to help them because you have felt that feeling they're feeling before. And it is important to have empathy or sympathy in your life because it is nice when you help others and it makes them and you feel better.
Well, I think like sympathy and empathy are two different things, because empathy is where you actually feel and like go
With
deeper
someone.
with someone and like actually go deeper. But sympathy is like
Understanding.
Understanding
What they're feeling, but not feeling it with them.
Yeah.
Feeling bad about someone in empathy is called feeling bad. I feel bad with you. But in sympathy, it's like feeling bad. I feel bad for you.
Our sponsor today is Honey. Honey is a free browser extension that unlocks the internet's best deals. One click and Honey is automatically finds, tests, and applies the best coupon code at checkout on 40,000 plus popular sites. Honey even finds better prices on Amazon. Thanks to Honey Gold, you can now earn rewards for just shopping, even if there isn't a deal. Hope you liked our podcast. Bye.